hell a profit while you sitting watching. On the motherfucker go, so on the pros while we pumping up that smoke. Can we get money on the road?
We are saddened by the loss of NBA Hall of Famer and legend Elgin Baylor. He was an inspiration for both the sport of basketball and as a social justice pioneer, a transcendent player that changed the game and had the courage to stand up in order to change minds. He is a role model and he will be missed.
2KMC here with all the details about what's going on in the neighborhood. This weekend, head to Basketball Gods. Your longest streak will be used for the leaderboard rankings, so keep playing until you lose for a chance to earn prizes like exclusive MyPlayer items, BC, and more. On Wednesday, make your way to the Rec, because you can earn double.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And how about we check the numbers for Damian Lillard?
And, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. This is the era of positionless basketball in the NBA. Celtics coach Brad Stevens said, I don't have the 5 positions anymore. It's as simple as 3, either a ball handler, a wing, or a big. We've become more versatile as the years have gone on. And guys, teams are now looking for it.
Thank you, D.A. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Boston, round the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guard. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Fast break, here they come. There's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Powell with the steal. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Here's Smart. Drops in the layup for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's McCollum. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Stolen by Smart. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Inside. And so Boston again turning it over.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive board.
Here's Walker. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
McCollum with the ball, out guarded by Tatum. McCollum passes to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Smart. Williams kicks to Walker. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lillard finds Nurkic. McCollum against Brown. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And it's not easy trying to defend McCollum in pick and roll. He does a nice job threading the needle in these sets.
Lillard against Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
And offensive rebounding, always a point of emphasis for this group, but for whatever reason, they've had particular success since the break, really just outworking their opponents on the glass.
You can't tell me Walker is not one of the most fearless penetrators in the league. The D sometimes has no chance but to foul him hard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he's good on the second. So it's Portland now. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Cullen passes to Covington, and Tatum pulls it down.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Walker. 5 to shoot. And the basket is good.
Look, the jumper of Lillard, you better respect it because he gets it off so effortlessly.
Lillard against Walker. Tatum on the wing. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. It's tipped. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Brown. Missed inside.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
Powell against Smart. It's McCollum on the wing, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Here's McCollum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lillard makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Now, here's Walker. It's a three-point game. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
When you can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Over in the corner, Brown. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Damian Lillard. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's right around 29 points a night, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah. It gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Here's Nurkic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Jusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And taken away by Brown. Down low, here's Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Lillard with it. He had 22 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, and don't forget about his pass. He didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Now, here's Walker. 23 points for him the last game against New Orleans.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Here's McCollum. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Smart against McCollum. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over it.
That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 5-point game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
Now, here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Here's Williams. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
Now, here's Covington. He had 13 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And how about his defense? 4 blocks on the night. They couldn't keep him down.